What do you
There's
feel?
definitely.
Just let loose, my nigga. Like it's the series is over. It's all done. There's no more speculation, no conformity gate, no secret episodes.
All right.
It's
You want
it's
to know
done.
how I really feel or what I
Let's get
really think?
into it. There's no safety's off. Get into it.
It was just I'm just disappointed, dude. Super disappointed. I'm over. I'm glad that this is we're finally doing this so we could be done talking about this show. I'm
Yeah.
just
I'm glad 11 died.
Whoa. Not for real. Like it's
there you
gotten
go.
to the point now where I'm sick and tired of seeing this shit. Like seeing this shit on Twitter. I've muted the words conformity gate and Stranger Things. I'm tired of seeing the show. I am, and it's because of how it ended and how it's being treated. But we will get into that this episode for sure.
Yeah.
So what has
I
you
think
the most upset?
most upset is the show didn't do what it was supposed to do at all. The only things that happened in the show that were fine and is like Dustin's character was perfectly fine and Nancy's character. Those were like the two characters who like storylines that made perfect sense.
Yep.
Other than that, everybody else and I mean I guess like Lucas, I don't know, dude. There's just like so many other things that went wrong instead of good.
Mm-hmm.
And I think
It was. I felt like it was. Things went wrong. Certain things didn't happen, so it was a lot of lack of stuff.
mhm. And it's not
Um.
even that they I don't even think they were rushing it. That's the craziest part. It's not like they were even rushing it. It's
Mhm.
just wasn't they just didn't have any type of like plan or like anything.
So you guys have already started getting into it.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, man.
Just a little
Like
intro.
me and Jordan were saying like there's probably it's easier to point out the good stuff first than because we could go in a whole rant on like everything else. Like
And,
I don't know.
and it's. I we should start with the good stuff first because at the end of the day, this is a show that not only we loved and cherished, but like the world did. A lot of people love this show, and
Correct.
as negative and as bad as we're feeling about it right now, did it end the worst? No, it is far from Game of Thrones. Um,
It
but
ended almost too nicely.
too safe. Too safe.
to
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not that it was a
Too safe.
bad ending. It didn't match what the rest of the show was about.
correct. This
It didn't
is
match it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, like you can't have a show that's like about like this darkness. You can't have the show about this darkness that's been killing people and has been a super threat for 4 seasons, and then all of a sudden they get out of like the biggest part of it with no problem. You know what I mean? Like
the
it just
climax.
doesn't make sense. First off, Vecna uh seems like he got stronger from last season, and you get to the actual hive mind, to the what you call it, the monster,
No, the
The
mind
Mind Flayer.
flayer.
the mind flayer. Like you finally get to the actual mind flayer, and then you go up against a super Vecna, and that's you had a bigger problem last season than you did this season.
Mm-hmm.
In Hawkins as opposed to his own spot.
Facts.
Exactly.
Bro,
So
if they were
it just
gonna
doesn't make sense.
if they were gonna have an ending like this, they could have done. They didn't need to wait this long.
No,
That's the
not
Like
at all.
issue.
what were they waiting this long for? Like
I think it's the
schedules
big
because of the actors, because the only other actor that was busy was David Harbour with a couple of Marvel projects
Right.
and Millie Bobby Brown. None of the and
yeah,
I guess
and,
I
and
guess
Sadie Sink.
I guess
But like
I guess Finn was also he was doing
Yeah.
you know, a bunch of
Well,
things, but like
overall,
not really. Like he's just in it.
yeah, which was a
And
while ago.
yeah, this was
Yes.
that came out like that wasn't in between season 4 and season 5.
Yeah. No, dude, that came out in like 2017.
Yeah. So like, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, what was the
Yeah.
holdup? Like, is it because you were writing this masterpiece? Because clearly you weren't writing a masterpiece.
In my
Like, what
in
took
my
so
opinion.
long?
So look, honestly, that's a good point. Look, in my opinion, them waiting that long and dropping it the way that they dropped it was a big problem. They should have either dropped it all at once or did a weekly thing. Not no each holiday, and like it just made it the anticipation like that much greater for something that we weren't gonna like.
Bro, you know what they should have done? They should have done the finale. If they were going to do a big finale like this or whatever, and that finale was going to be the way that it ended, it would have been really dope if they had this as the episode that dropped last before the finale, whatever. Like, I know that's obviously the whole point of like the conformity gate, but like,
Yeah.
imagine the hype if the episode before the finale was this cookie cutter
Sorry,
ending.
I'm so over this.
It's the last time we're gonna talk about it. That's the
Yeah,
only
I'm
reason
sorry.
why. Like,
Because
I'm in.
if they did something like that, the hype around the finale would have been like, bro, like it's all wrapped up. Like, what else could there possibly be?
Yeah.
Like they could have done. They had the potential to do something very, very special, and they squandered that opportunity. And now no one's going to be talking about this show. No one's going to talk about seasons 1 through 4. They're going to only talk about how 5, like,
That's how
I
it
guess,
was with Game of Thrones.
technically flopped.
That is
I know,
how it
it's-
works,
it's-
unfortunately.
You're gonna be like this whenever you recommend the show. If you recommend it, you're gonna be like, yeah, just watch seasons 1 through 4 are fire, and then you're gonna be like season 5, which is the worst thing you can say because it's the last season that wraps everything up.
Yeah.
So like, it's just dude,
So
it's sad.
So even with that though, I think the only argument that I can say against that is being able to binge a show has a significant impact on like your thoughts on it. Because yes,
Definitely.
we waited 3 years for season 5 and then we waited a week after volume 1 and then 4 days whatever after volume 2. Not being able to binge it definitely has an impact on your thoughts, because I even
This is true.
remember when I was living in LA, I was talking to Game of Thrones about somebody, and he only watched Game of Thrones right before the last season was about to come out, so he didn't have to wait. And his thoughts were, "Oh, I thought it was okay." And, that's the thing. It can be okay. This ending was okay. It is safe, but because we waited and because we thought we were getting a masterpiece, all
Definitely.
these theories, we got nothing.
That's the problem. That right there, what you just said. It's all the theorizing between that time. That's what fucks up everything, dude. It's
It was the
everything that
hype.
we talk about.
Which
all
could
the
just be
hype,
the age that we're living in. Like,
That's the
there's
thing.
too many thoughts. There's too many people giving their input.
It could be, but I think it's also a skill of storytelling as well. Because, you at the end of the day, you have this supernatural show, and like we have the ability to come up with all these theories. It's not like we're watching a drama. Like, what about like Breaking Bad? Like the last like season or maybe the last few episodes, like you couldn't really come up with theories because the show just got to the point where it was at like the end game. And like just certain shows do that where like it's just written to the point where you can kind of predict like what's going to happen. And even though you can do that and like it does come into fruition, like even if it's not 100% what you thought was going to happen, it's still good. It's still a great ending to the show and you're satisfied. This was not that. So it's, it's if Oh god, just the conformity gate alone just screams how this was not a satisfactory ending. You
Yeah.
can't have people being delusional and thinking that there's gonna be a fucking secret episode coming out after
Yeah,
the show
it's
ended.
awful.
That's bad.
That's like, yeah.
That is bad, dude.
That's like the worst thing that could have happened to them.
Yeah. And ugh.
And the fact that, sorry, man, the fact that they have like no explanation as to like why there were continuity errors or why there were plot holes, like they don't have an answer. Like it's literally like what I was saying to you earlier, Jordan, when they were asked about well, their knowledge of Dungeons and Dragons, they were like, "Oh, we don't really have knowledge. Like, we're not really keyed into that." And it's like, bro, your whole show's
your entire show's
predicated
based
on
around
Dungeons
that.
and Dragons and roles that these kids are playing since they were young, and how it's translated to something real. Like, how can you miss the mark on that?
And it's
Like, how do you have things? How do you explain things like the relationships between Robin and Nancy and Jonathan and Steve? How can you say, oh, their relationship really grew off camera? It's like, bro, we need it on camera, or else we don't give a shit. Because I didn't give a shit about that scene on the roof. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't care at all.
yeah. And it's
and
even
that's-
with that, like even with off camera stuff like Dustin and Susie breaking up. That's what people they just want that information, bro. Just write that in there, you know.
It's a TV show. There shouldn't be anything off camera,
Yeah. Facts.
especially when it's
it's
main
for us to
characters
watch.
in relationships.
Like, and another thing, the fact that
It's so funny because we're like, oh, we want to start off positive.
yo,
Oh, fuck, man.
yo, it's tough, yo. Like, the finale is one thing, and I just had a bad feeling the whole time. Like, dude, like, I thought the second episode really had me thinking, oh, it's about to go down, because the way that second episode started with Mrs. Wheeler, like getting fucked up,
Yeah.
and sent to the hospital, and that felt like very serious. That brought me back to like, this is a strong take, but like Winter Soldier, like shit is like real, like it's very serious,
Real
and,
world
like,
consequences.
yeah, exactly. Like that scene where like Nancy is in the bathroom just washing her hands. That alone, like that feeling, I was like, damn, yo, like I don't think that anybody's gonna make it out. But instead, every single person made it out perfectly fine, not messed up. The only person that got messed up was Miss Wheeler in that scene. That's it. That's like that was the worst of it.
Justice for Mr. Wheeler.
Yeah.
Facts,
You alright, Ed. You alright, white boy.
He's good. He was just in a coma. Nobody checked on him. But yeah, like after that, I thought the show was just gonna pick up, and then next thing you know, it's third episode, and then the fourth episode happened, which was when Vecna shows up and this dude gets his powers. So we're like, all right, now this is it.
Volume 1 was still pretty good. Like
Bro, the ending to Volume
the
1
best
was
volume.
when they showed Vecna going off. I was like, oh my god, they're
Yeah.
all fucked. They're all dying. They're all already dead. They don't even know it. And that was the last time Vecna did anything of substance.
Anything. Exactly.
Like they
'Cause-
started to
agree.
focus on
Oh
what the girls' friends or the little kids and taking the kids, and it was like, okay, yeah, he kidnapped them, had them, sitting around a table, which was then interrupted, so it actually didn't do anything.
Volume 1 was good. But then after that, after episode 4, there's no way you could go
he was trash after episode 4. Episode 5, he got breached by Will. He got his leg fucking twisted and like his body taken over. Sure, he bounced Will out, whatever. Episode 6 or 7, I think it was 7, when the kids were escaping. Dude, 6, 7.
6, 7.
Nice.
Who did Henry grab? Was it Derek or was it Holly by the leg when they were running to the cave? Holly,
because
right?
I was hoping she was gonna be a goner. I literally hoped he was gonna rip her leg off.
But and Derek was like pulling Holly, and
I was like, please kill somebody. Please make the characters that much more invested in stopping you personally. Like, please do something.
And what happened?
They got away. And then they waited in the cave. They knew exactly where to go. And they just chilled in the cave until he walked in there. Like, bro, keep running. You know exactly where to go. Just run. Just keep going.
And then for the finale, we got what we got. You made your main villain of the entire series look like a bitch.
And it's very unfortunate because
he literally wasn't a factor. Like, he didn't. There was no consequence. There was
not
none.
a threat. He was not a threat. I was not scared of Vecna.
I agree, and it's unfortunate because the guy that plays him is a great actor.
Jamie Bauer.
He acted his ass off. I'm not gonna lie.
He did it.
Probably the best actor in the show, if we're gonna keep it a buck. Like his Henry scenes were very good.
I'm gonna go with Dustin.
Okay, that's fine. I'll give it a Gaten.
Those are my top. Those are my top ones for sure. And I'll get to the acting after because there's some actors that need to work on it.
Also, it was just not. It wasn't brutal enough. Like when they killed. You remember the scene where they killed the cheerleader and he lifted her up, snapped all her arms, and her eyes rolled back, and she was bleeding and all this and that. I was like, oh my, and her jaw broke. I was like, bro.
The very first episode of season 4. Yes.
Yes. I was like, bro, this is like a horror movie. Like, this is bad. Like, this is bad news for everyone that's trying to go after this guy. Literally didn't do it again. He did it to Max, which I was like, okay, shit. Like, but same season, so it's, whatever. But I was like, okay, like, clearly this is his MO. Like, he picks people up and snaps their body and literally kills them. And then that never happened again.
Exactly. That's the thing, though. Like, Max getting
that's his move.
hit up, Max getting snapped up at the end of season 4, that was the most damage that's happened to the group, like, since. What else happened in season 5 to that group, bro? Nothing.
It's like
not
Vader
even 11,
not using the Force. It's literally like Vader not using the Force against his, people who are trying to stop him.
And it's
like
you
really
took away
think about
his
it.
thing.
Overall, nothing really happened to the group. Like, 11, I guess, sacrificed herself, but it wasn't because of
she wasn't hurt.
The actual threat. Like, she just sacrificed herself to close up the Upside Down. It wasn't no Vecna. It wasn't the Mind Flayer. It was her choice.
And the whole point of Hopper talking to her and every single thing leading up to that was everyone saying, like, you don't have to do this by yourself. You don't, like, you have friends, you have this and that, blah, blah, blah. We're in this together. And then she's just like, fuck it. I'm going to kill myself. I'm just going to kill myself.
Mm-hmm. Nah. I'm going to do my own thing.
It literally goes against the entire premise of the show, which was she started off thinking she was alone, and then she got these friends along the way and realized that she's not, and that she can fight this thing together with them, only for her to literally kill herself. Which, did she or did she not have to do that? She probably, they explained how she had to because they would keep they'd keep looking for her, whatever, this and that. But it's like, bro, if you're going to run away and you got away with no one seeing you, just like, don't go back in there. Just dip.
Yeah.
And don't tell anyone, which is like, that's their whole thing where they're like, oh, I believe. Okay, great. But like,
the early 2000 Warriors.
Yeah, but like, bro, she
Um,
didn't. If she was just if she had gotten away, why not just run away and never tell anyone? Like she could have
Listen,
done that.
man.
Like she literally got away.
Which it doesn't even make sense how like she did get away because those things were firing, and yeah, the whole thing is like she can't use her powers. Well, she can't move either. Like when that shit was going off in the lab in volume 1, like she was like immobile, like she couldn't move at all. So I don't know how she just like nobody saw her either, but
Yeah,
was able to get
first off,
away.
I don't know.
It's just
I'm
so
like,
much, bro.
she didn't really need to even sacrifice herself. She really didn't need to. She just did like
That's what I'm saying, bro.
she did what Cap did. Like he could have jumped out the plane, but he decided to crash
Yeah.
and freeze himself.
She committed seppuku for no reason.
I don't know. I think all right, clearly they fumbled. And there's a lot of they just didn't know what they put themselves into. They like it was and at least from our point of view, it's easier said than done at least, obviously, but I feel like there's no way that you don't realize the arc
That
that you created for all of this. You know what I mean? Like for every single character and like what it's leading to.
but
Like you can't
that's
have
why.
a big yeah.
No, keep going. Keep going.
No, I was about to say you can't have a big bad and not have them be big and bad. Like you know what I mean? Like
But that's why the whole conformity gate
yeah.
started, because they were like, it's too perfect. Like they could have
Yeah.
like it could have been. It's terrible. It's a terrible idea, but they could have made it so cookie cutter ending and being like, the reason it's cookie cutter ending is because they're actually all trapped and they don't realize it, because how would you realize it? And I'm saying, and it can't be true because they're all doing their separate thing, and that's not like, I don't think he has that much control. Like he can't, like that'd be too
Like
much.
reach yeah.
Yeah, like he'd have to have captured every single one of them, and Hopper wasn't in there, so he couldn't. Like
Okay.
it can't be.
This is
And,
possible.
and they should have had. It would have been really dope if they put like Henry in the background, like way in the back, or just like whatever, of all of their like ending, like feel good whatever. Like don't directly like bring attention to it, but have it be like, oh my god, like he won. Like he won. And they're not going to and they're not addressing it because that's not the point of the show, but like that would have been like, just placing him in the background of stuff would have been, it literally would have made everything so much better, because then it's like, okay, obviously there's not another episode. He won. They don't realize it. Good ending, because they're literally all dead and nobody knows.
That would be cool.
But they didn't. So
Let me say two quick things.
Okay.
One, that finale, more than half of it was after they defeated Vecna and the Mind Flayer. That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. It shouldn't have. They could have wrapped up everything with like the last 20 minutes at least.
For sure.
I mean, at the most. I mean,
you could have done like a montage just showing everybo's like
dude.
future. Like it's fine, dude.
Yeah, like that scene on the roof could have been like 2 minutes instead of 7.
or not there at all.
Or not at all. Like that's the thing. Like they spent so much time, which is I guess appreciated to, like you said, the fans who binged it. I guess, because it wraps up every single person's story.
Yeah.
But it's a waste of time because you took away from the most important part, which is defeating the villains.
Yeah,
in a way that like
this fucking god level entity, bro. Like
Yeah, dude,
not
and
just one, but
was-
like multiple, all of them. Like,
They had more, like I told Jordan before. I told Jordan, like I'm like they had more trouble against Billy last season, on season 3, than
Yes.
they did against the Mind Flayer this season. The actual Mind Flayer.
Bro, their explanation for why the Demogorgons and Demodogs and stuff weren't present and weren't like attacking was they were caught off guard. Like they didn't know they were pulling up there. I'm like, bro, your whole thing is a hive mind. The second one thing senses or sees something, it should have been like on site. Like, and it's not like they're just like slow creatures that like have to run far. Like, bro, they're everywhere, and they're fast as shit.
And even
Like they could
then,
have been there easily.
I was telling Jordan this too. I'm like, you have Will, who just got these powers that could control the Demogorgons and all that shit. He's connected to the hive mind. They should have used that to at least push a more realistic approach to defeating the Mind Flayer. Is that he summons all these Demogorgons and dogs
That would
to
have been so dope.
fight. Like, that would have been so sick, dude.
that would have been so
If he
ill.
sent an army of Demogorgons to defeat the Mind Flayer,
And then they're in this open area, and you just see them all running behind all the kids. That's more realistic. You got fucking 7 kids fighting this fucking thing, and
Yes,
they
bro.
beat it with no problem. That just
Facts.
doesn't make any sense.
with water balloons full of gasoline, an AR, an axe,
An AR,
and
a
spears, bro.
slingshot.
And real quick, all right, so that's one thing. And 2, why isn't Hopper there? He's the one who went to war. Like
He's the most experienced.
he's the most experienced person there
on that squad.
So like he should, like Dustin should have been with L, and then Hop should have been up there.
No, not Dustin.
What?
What's his name?
There should have.
Mike should have been with L.
There should have been.
That too.
There should.
Anybody.
I mean, that
else.
was the whole. It's the whole love story. It's the whole thing that they have a special.
Don't even.
They
Don't get
fumbled
me
that though
fucking
so hard.
started on that shit. There was no fucking dynamic between Mike and L in season 5.
And that's what that's another
So
thing. That's
bad.
why. That's
And
what
her
brings
face
us
was
into the acting.
half the episode or half the season. Her face literally showed no emotion.
That's what brings. That's what brings us to the acting. I feel like, I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but
We do.
Finn, who plays Mike, and Noah that plays Will, I don't know, they just didn't sell their performances to me.
Mm-hmm.
The only people that really, I feel like everybody else did a good job of like making me feel something.
And Will is gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which.
And we knew
Why
this.
was
Guess what? Vecna didn't even try to use that against Will. So why
No,
did
he
we
did
do
not.
that?
I'm
Why
not just
did that
saying that-
scene last longer than beating this fucking villain, bro?
And I'm not
Come
just
on.
saying that to just say that. Like they made that a big plot point in season 4 and like, you know, the whole show that
And the whole show.
there was this undertone of like he's different, he, you know, whatever this and that. And then you realize, oh, he has a crush on Mike. Okay, weird, but you know, fine. And then he comes out to all the people for like 10 minutes. And then in the final episode, there's no like, okay, yeah, we'll tell, or Mike says, oh, we're not going to be friends, we're going to be best friends. And it's like, that's the last we've heard about fucking, like, I wasn't expecting you to not be friends with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like,
And look, I get the point that everybody said that it's because it's the 80s. I get that.
It is a big deal back then, for sure. But
yeah, but they haven't played into that the 80s mentality. Like they're the group of non-conformity outliers that go against, you know, typical 80s, you know, whatever mindset, whatever. So it's like to say, oh, like they should have been like real, they shouldn't have been support, like, because back in the 80s it was like a weird thing and this and that. It's like that had never crossed my mind that they were going to be anything less than accepting.
Yeah,
This is what it is.
I agree, bro.
Us as viewers, we knew this from the jump. The characters in the show didn't know that, and I think that's the biggest problem. You know what I mean? Because they were just trying to push that along to the point where like he had to tell his friends and family, but we as the viewers knew this from the jump. You know what I mean?
And
So it was like it was kind of just dragging. That was the problem. And then they spent most of the time. They chose the worst time to do it. It's not that he couldn't do it. They chose the wrong time to do it because there's a lot more important things. Not that that's not important, but like we're talking about like
the end of the world.
The fucking end of the
world,
world, nigga.
that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, like I don't know. And
I'm
I'm not trying to take that away from that character because that is his arc. But like,
yeah. No.
there's just bigger things. I don't know. I'm not trying to make it not mean anything.
I'm fine with him having his scene and doing that, and whatever with everyone accepting him. Like that's fine. Like I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem that they did that in the final episode, and it lasted longer than the battle that should have taken like 25 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was no evidence within that battle that they could possibly lose. Like you can't have a boss battle where nothing goes right for the boss.
Yeah.
Like one of them has to be in peril, and no one was Nancy was pinned up against a rock and nothing happened. Like she literally, like they just like started attacking the thing from above.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay, you have a solution for every single thing this godlike entity throws at you.
This fucking kaiju bitch.
How do you like it? It was just I don't know. It was for the like OP, like that character should have been OP. Like literally, like if Vecna's OP by himself, what do you think the thing that gave him his powers is like at this point?
Right.
Or what do you think the thing that controls everything? And they made that villain almost inconsequential. Like there was no pushback.
I could see it in my head. Like they should have had like the Mind Flayer reveal itself, and then he's like sends all the demi dogs and
for
Gorgons
sure, bro.
And then all of a sudden, Will's just like he does like his thing, and he flips them and sends them to the Mind Flayer,
and it kills him.
Like, and that helps.
It literally kills him.
Yes, because
like the Demogorgons are fucking it up, and then they start throwing shit, and like that's what helps them win that battle. That's more realistic than them outrunning this big ass thing. First off, well, the fact that you're outrunning this thing doesn't even make sense. Like you're all of a sudden Olympians, or
correct. Just because the thing is slow moving does not mean that it is slow. It's moving slow because it's the size of a skyscraper. It's still moving its body at such a
it's covering lots of
higher rate.
Yeah.
It's covering so much more ground. Like it should have been no problem, honestly.
Yeah.
Or like don't move. Like literally just sit down and be like, all right, you're gonna do this. I'm just gonna send every single creature that you had trouble with seasons 1 through 4, and there's no possible way you can stop them all. Then Will stops them all. He's stuck there, and his final sacrifice because of his friends and whatever this and that, he dies. And then you have some actual you have some stakes. You have some stakes in stopping this thing. Like there was nothing. And like Elle just like jumped up 50 feet in the air and split open this thing's chest, and then they fought, conveniently on a sand platform.
She should have lost the ones. She should have lost the ones.
And bro, 100%. And bro, wasn't the whole thing like they like it cold, and the heat is a problem?
This thing lives in the sun,
isn't
in the fucking Sahara. Like it doesn't make sense, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's so funny because like I came into this this pod, like really try to contain myself. And
No,
like,
no, no. Now it's not the time to contain it, bro.
it's almost impossible. I'm trying to like. It's just funny because like
I
it
just find
really
it
is
funny.
crazy. And
Yeah,
like,
bro.
let me say one last thing. They
Go off.
fucked up with because of the way they ended season 4, and then the way that they started season 5.
How
Mm.
so?
And this is something that we
Because
talked about for volume
Hold on.
1 of Stranger
Let
Things,
me hold on.
because
Let me.
we talked about how Hawkins was fucked up and shit. But continue,
How
Albert.
did they fuck that up?
Because what you just patch it up all of a sudden, and on top of that, the way the season 4 ended, what was your expectation? Were you expecting a war, or were you expecting everybody to be fine
Straight
and
up
living a
war,
normal
dude.
life?
Hawkins was
Bro,
fucked. Hawkins was hell on earth.
How was Robin's love interest? I forgot her name. How was she like questioning Robin in the hospital when her town split into 4?
Yeah,
And that's what
How are
Robin
that
they-
was
doesn't
brought
make
up for.
sense.
Like, how are there not like riots, or how are there not like signs of like conspiracies within the town itself trying to explain what happened? They were just like, oh, it was an earthquake, and everyone's just like, oh, okay, cool.
So that's why it's red. Oh, got it.
But that's
And
what I'm
like,
saying.
did no one from the town die when this happened? Like, shouldn't there be so many people missing?
Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Like, there was no
And that's-
negative things that happened when the entire town split. And at that
That's
point,
what I'm saying.
wasn't there shit like whatever not the snowfall, but it looks like ash falling from the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened with that? Like, what? No one's wondered. That's not a. Tell me what kind of earthquake does that, and
Right.
and I'll believe you.
I think the best way
Wildfires.
to compare that to is a volcano type shit. Like Hawkins literally like erupted. That's kind of what happened.
And
Like,
that's
how
what
are there
bro.
no, like, they all just accepted it, and then even the characters were like telling the main characters who are actively fighting this thing, they're like, oh, you're crazy, there's no such thing as, whatever the fuck I'm thinking. Like, bro, I don't know if you remember the huge, quote unquote earthquake that happened where there was, ash falling from the sky and the cracks were red, and there was,
And hell coming from the ground.
and there's like 30 people from the town that are missing or dead. But yeah, you should probably pay
And that's
attention.
what I'm saying. That last shot of season 4 set up something bigger that they couldn't even comprehend, the writers themselves. I feel like they did that. It's almost like they just started writing a completely different show for season 5.
It's like they realized they fucked up.
They avoided what could have been amazing.
It's like they realized they did something too big that they literally could not produce something to follow that. And they were like, fuck, we're just going to have everyone think it was an earthquake and just go back to normal.
But that's the thing. I was expecting like Demogorgons to be coming out of the ground.
Me too.
And
and we're gonna introduce.
I felt like they were just going to be part of their town. Like there was going to be people were going to be barricaded in their houses and like trying to defend themselves. People dying, like this, like that's what should be happening.
And then like, oh yeah, we're gonna introduce all these new young characters too, and a new human villain, and a new army guy that somehow got a bunch of screen time and just got popped. Like, why are we introducing these people, bro? Like, we have the characters. We do not need more characters to have screen time.
And the thing is, like they almost made a joke of how last season ended.
For
they
sure.
had like kids sledding down the fucking cracks that were covered.
You're like, bro, hope nothing tries to get out of those cracks. You have no idea what's on the other side.
So,
well, another thing that y'all brought up too, how season 4 ended was Max. You guys were like, yo, Max is done. Even if she comes back, she's blind and she's broken. Well, she graduated on time, and she can see, and she was skateboarding.
And she could skateboard. Yeah, she's skateboarding now.
So we're good.
No,
Yeah.
there were no stakes, dude. That was the problem. Like they fabricated the stakes
There's no consequences.
the same season. There was nothing like, or yeah,
There was no
consequences.
stakes. We just got chicken.
Facts.
Not even. We got like turkey bacon.
Straight fucking boo boo bacon.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. It was just. You guys already know how I feel. I'm over it. I'm glad it's over. It was just very disappointing, or it was just disappointing how it ended. It was a letdown, in my opinion.
Yeah, letdown is
And-
definitely what I would say.
In my opinion, one thing that I liked was Dustin and Steve's relationship. That was like the only thing that was like consistent in this season.
Mhm.
Like that's the only storyline that made sense.
Yeah. That was actually a good storyline because there was like Steve was really giving it to Dustin. He was like, "Bro, you're
Exactly. And then
your favorite
like, the only
human somehow that you only met for one season and he died within that season. Your favorite person ever died for nothing." Like that was like,
Yeah,
which
that-
is like, I'm not gonna say is true, but like low key is. But like
Mhm.
that dialogue was good between them. Like that was a very
Yeah.
good thing. There was just nothing else that like.
they were fighting like brothers.
Bro, I'm not gonna rewatch the last season, but like did Mike and Elle like they didn't have any tough dialogue with each other about like how this is gonna go at the end or anything. Like Elle had it with Hopper, but it's like wasn't the whole point of the show these kids' relationship with each other and defeating this thing? It's like there was no.
Yeah. Because the kids are what Mike is the one who brought her in.
Yeah, and she was like they had their scene at the end, but there was no like I felt no connection between either of them. It almost felt like
It was
they
bad.
they crushed on each other when they were younger, and because they had a crush when they were younger and they obviously, don't have a lot of friends, they just naturally were just like, "Oh, I guess we're just going to continue to like each other even though we kind of don't, or we don't really, whatever." It just felt like forced. It wasn't like they actually genuinely cared.
Yeah.
Like there was no like, I don't know, bro. It was just
They were more so like a married couple that's been together for 60 years than like
Yeah.
newly like a young couple. Like these are kids that are like
and
are in
they
love.
had it in earlier seasons where they would
Season 3.
hang out.
Season
hang out
3,
together,
their
and
dynamic
Hopper
was
like,
crazy.
yeah,
The door open 3 inches. Like that was like
yes,
it. That was the peak of their relationship.
Yeah.
correct. I
Dude,
liked Predator
that's what I
more
was-
than I liked Stranger Things final season.
Yes.
I liked the 2-hour Predator movie over however many hours of Stranger Things finale that they worked on for 4 years.
You know what's better than this?
Dark.
Oh, 100%. I wasn't even gonna say that.
Bro, we can
I was gonna- I was gonna-
hey, I will watch Dark and we should pod on that because I remember season 1. I gotta obviously rewatch it, but there is a lot.
Oh,
to take
I didn't
in
even know you
with
watched that
show,
much
bro.
of it.
Oh yeah, I'm on
I think
season.
I've only seen the first episode.
Oh, bro, wait till you get to season 2 where you start to see how things are taking shape.
Just
is
wait till you get
unlike-
to season 3.
Yeah, I know. I can't, dude. I have to.
Bro, I'm about to rewatch it, honestly.
I'll try to convince Tess to watch it. She's gonna have a hard time getting over the subtitles, but like she
It's
also
worth it.
watched. Yeah, bro, it's better than.
You
it's
have
like
to.
one of the best shows. It actually is crazy.
How'd she watch
It is
Squid
the-
Game?
Bro,
That's what I was gonna say. She's fine with Squid
Yeah.
Game, so she should be fine
Dude.
with German.
Dark is the best show on Netflix.
Isn't Tess German?
No, she's Serbian.
Serbian and okay, Filipina. That's okay. I could have sworn who's German? Anyways, but yeah,
yes.
you have to and like Money Heist, watch it in Spanish, Dark German, fucking Squid Game Korean. Watch all their shows in the native language because sometimes the voice actors that are dubbing it
Nah,
over,
yeah,
they don't
they
hit.
don't have the emotion. No, they
They do
don't.
not hit. And it's so much so now that like, bro, like Korean actors, like they get it, bro. Their performances, they go in.
Yeah, they go hard.
With Dark, I'm sure it's gonna be the same thing for the Germans, and Money Heist, you know, they do their thing as well.
Yeah.
So,
Albert, would you rewatch Dark with Sierra and then do a pod, like season by
100%.
season?
100%. Bro,
Yeah,
I would
we should
rewatch
do that.
Dark. I
'Cause I'll
would
watch
rewatch Dark and then finish it and then rewatch it again. Like
I would.
like, bro, no, let me finish. You know I've been wanting you guys to watch the show before this season even end, like before Stranger
Facts.
Things ended. And now
Facts,
that this
bro.
thing is coming up, bro, like I've been in my own mind by myself for years. Bro, I remember waiting for like the new season to drop because I was so hyped for it to finally end.
by yourself.
By myself, I'm like looking around the room, twiddling my thumbs.
Yeah. I would.
But-
Even if Tess doesn't want to watch it, I'll watch it by myself. If we all commit to watching it.
well, obviously,
Yeah, I
I'm
need
not
something.
saying no, but I just have
Jordan,
this.
it's really crazy, bro.
Dude. Okay. Look,
Like,
I have a super duper crazy plan that it's more of a dream than a plan right now, but definitely could happen.
Oh yeah.
I think
But
I know.
it doesn't involve just Dark, my guys. It involves something else that's also goated.
I am not watching Attack on Titan.
Good.
I am.
But
No,
the plan,
I would watch. I would.
the plan, the grand master plan is to somehow, some way, like, of course, we're going to do podcasts and everything, but if we could, and this is going to be really tough, but if we could get together to watch and react to these motherfucking shows, that would be sick. That would be
There's
amazing.
so much of it though. How could we do it? We'd have to do like
Dark is a short show, is doable.
I'm-
Because they're very short.
like how could we watch AOT to that like there's so much of it, like there's no way we can watch and react to all the episodes.
So for AOT, and I've been thinking about this for years, okay? So just bear with me for a moment.
Okay.
It would have to take over like 10 months to a year. Cause
Fucking hell.
that's just how it is, because realistically, we're not getting together every fucking week to watch episodes. That's not how it's going to work. I would say the most realistic thing would be maybe 2 times a month, get together to watch these episodes, probably 5 or 6 at a time. Keep in mind, anime episodes are 20 minutes, so that's only like 2 hours, which is not that long.
True.
But yeah, you squeeze in like 8 to 10 episodes a month, you will watch Attack on Titan in a year. And if we do that for Dark, you can watch Dark in like 2-3 months. Because Dark only has like 24, 25 episodes. It's not long.
How many, is it 3 seasons?
Not even.
It's 3.
16, actually, yeah, no, 16, 20, 25 episodes total. 3 seasons.
Yeah, 25
This is
episodes.
not, yeah, 25 or 26 at the most, maybe. I think it's 988 or 1088.
But instead of like, we wouldn't be watching 5-6 episodes of Dark a day, because that's like
No.
5-6 hours, just like, 2 to 3. But that would still like be over the course. But like I said,
I can't wait for you guys to thank me.
that's why I'm waiting. Because
I already know.
I know how.
I know. I just haven't. I haven't watched further. I already know the show is crazy.
You know, but you don't know.
Well, that's why I want to wait to watch it with Albert because he loves it so much. And
Jordan,
that's why I want
you're
you
gonna forget
guys to
about Stranger
wait.
Things.
Huh?
You are going to forget about Stranger Things very quickly.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And like I said, like, I'm glad I opened with this for the pod. The show is not bad. Even with the ending, it's still not bad. It didn't even end bad. It ended fine. So like I'm sure like in a few years I'd be down to rewatch Stranger Things because I still like the show at the end of the day. But yes, I will definitely be onto other things as well. So it's just time to move on, bro.
Yeah,
It is. And Duffer Brothers, I guess good luck with your spinoffs because from what I heard, I guess those are up in the air now. So
Yeah, you don't say.
directors, please take fucking note. You crash and burn your last season, or you. I'm thinking of it like baseball terms, like fucking Game of Thrones. Last pitch of the game, they just, I don't know, they just threw the bat and just walked off. They just like socked the umpire. Stranger Things, they went out not swinging. You know, they played it safe, too safe, and they still lost. So if you gotta do something, have some plan. Don't be predictable. Don't waste
Literally
time.
just
don't
just
waste
kill
time when you
someone.
made us wait.
Bro, just literally kill someone.
Be dark.
Be dark, man. Is Vecna? Vecna murked those military dudes. Why the fuck? You're telling me the group of people that have been fucking with him since season 1, he didn't think once that they could mess with his plan? But you're going to take care of all the military guys, though? You're going to kill them on the spot? But you're not going to kill anybody from that group?
I just can't believe no one died.
It's not good. It's not good. Well,
I'm
That's
sweating.
it. That's it.
From anger.
I'm literally sweating.
That's it. There's nothing you can say, really. It's more so. It's just learning how to accept
Yeah.
what you just.
We're in the
you just gotta
5
be
stages of
accepting
we're in the 5 stages of grief.
Mm-hmm.
I was just, yeah.
Denial, acceptance, and whatever the fuck the rest of the 5 are.
Well, the first anger was like one of the first few. So.
Oh yeah, anger. Yeah. So anger, denial, acceptance,
Grief.
dark.
Dark. Well.
Yeah, dude. I'm just. Last thing I'm gonna say is, it was a fun ride. It was a fun ride until we got to the top.
Mm.
And then
It's
it was
like
just,
it's like we got to the top, and they're like, "Okay, get off the ride." We're like, "What?"
yeah, literally.
It's
Ride's
like,
over,
"No,
it's
get off!"
broken.
Like it's over. It's done. It's like, what do you mean? Like, look, like there's a loop-de-loop, and then it goes crazy. Like, no, it's done. Like, oh, okay.
That's just for presentation. That's just to show you what it looks like. The ride is to see what the ride looks like.
This is what you could have had.
It is what it is.
A supernatural show did not have a supernatural ending. Like, come on now. Like,
Yeah.
at the very least, dude, because you motherfuckers had it written in your series the entire time. The fucking board games that these kids were playing came into life. Like, demi-dogs, demi-gorgons, fucking demi-bats, Vecna. Like, they all came into life. So at the end of season 1, the fucking finale, there was a Vessel Hydra, a 3-headed dragon that popped up that the group was fighting. Why didn't the Mind
Yeah.
Flayer have 3 fucking heads, dude? That would have been a great example of pretty sick ass writing. And then,
Yeah.
add on the other things that we said, like add the fucking Demogorgons, add a better battle, add a longer battle, add some stakes, have somebody die, like that. Oh,
Or get wounded at least.
something, nigga, something. I think the group suffered more damage when the Demogorgons came to kidnap the kids at the end of Volume 1 than
Yeah.
than the final fight. Like, they got into a car accident, like Lucas got slashed like across the chest.
Yeah.
Fucking uh
Dustin got jumped.
the fucking bullies did more damage than the motherfucking Mind Flayer, my nigga.
Exactly.
For sure.
Dustin's
Yeah.
bullies. Are we serious?
Yeah, man. But listen, it's over with, and it is what it is. We watched it. We were, committed to sticking with the show, and it is what it is at this point. It's over. We're moving on to bigger and better things, clearly.
Darker
'Cause we
things.
got darker things to talk about, and
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Say it, Fox. Say it for the audience.
welcome to Dairy.
Welcome to motherfucking Dairy.
Facts. Best show of the year so far.
Show of the motherfucking
Yeah.
year. I said that after watching Volume
I guess
1.
technically the best show of last year.
It's my favorite
Yeah.
show of the year for sure.
Yeah. Way more depth. I mean, we're not going to, we'll have another episode.
We'll dig deep into that, but that's the difference between an actual monster show torturing kids. So
Yeah. And winning. Like,
And not playing it motherfucking safe.
yeah.
ooh. Yeah. No, that show was OD.
Welcome to Dairy killed off more main characters of its cast in the first episode than Stranger Things did in its entire series, my nigga.
Fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, literally.
that's true.
Dead ass. Like,
Yeah. Every character that died just happened to be a side character that we're like, oh.
Yeah, that's what made the show so good, that the writing was that good, that it made you care about these characters. But I don't know, couldn't do that for the mains.
we'll see what happens in a few years. I'm sure they're going to try and do a spinoff, and you have to wait at least 3 to 5. You got to give it some space. Actually, you know what?
I mean, look
Wait
at
until
House of the
after
Dragon.
Welcome to Dairy.
That's true. But look at House of the Dragon. Like, that show's fire. They waited a little bit after Game of Thrones. I wasn't looking forward to watching anything related to Game of Thrones, and this show it's one of my favorite shows, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
But make
looking
sure you
forward to the
deliver
next
too,
season.
though. Don't blue ball your fucking
Exactly.
audience. They kind of did that. I think that's actually I'm glad you brought up House of the Dragon, because I compared the end of season 2 to the end of volume 2 for Stranger Things with blue balling the audience. I think it's a really bad idea making the audience wait. I think it's just better to get into a little bit of the climax and end on a cliffhanger than to just not get into anything at all, because at the end of volume 2 and of season 2 of Game of Thrones, I was like, that's it? Or sorry, not Game of Thrones, House of the Dragons. I was like, that's it? Because we were all expecting something big to happen. You can't do that.
Like the war.
Yeah.
Like the war.
The
Yeah.
battle. There was a big battle. The beginning of season 3 for House of the Dragon is gonna have an insane battle, and if we got a little bit of that, we would have been so satisfied. But we didn't. That's why people were pissed.
Yeah, but I think it will pay off. I do think
It will. It will.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad we
good.
got that off our chest, because we were holding this in for a little while. and I definitely feel better now. So
This was my
I gotta
therapy.
watch some. I gotta watch something else in order to get over it.
what's that?
I just gotta watch a different show to keep my mind off of this one.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, what's oh wait, no,
I
that's like
really
2
am gonna
weeks.
rewatch Dark though. That's
Dude, I'm telling you, if the three of us could react to that and other shows too, that would be fire. Be
Yeah, I'm down.
sick. All right.
I am
Is there
down.
anything else? Speak or keep or forever hold your peace when it comes to Stranger Things, my guys.
Nope, I'm done with it.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Dustin, best character. That's all I really gotta say.
Became a bitch at the end though. Fuck, he's so annoying.
Who, Dustin?
Yeah, bro. He was just bitching and whining that Eddie died. It's like, bro, you knew him for not even.
Yeah, no, I get
I
it.
don't know.
It's
He was like-
that.
and
That's why
Eddie
that
was the
scene was
smartest-
good though.
Eddie was the smartest person I ever met. I'm like, your friends
Yeah,
are so
yeah, but-
much smarter.
Facts,
100
and he's the smartest one in
I
the
can
group
agree
too.
with that. He is, and I can agree with that. I think Dustin was just like he was going through it. It was like one of his best friends at the time, because at the time,
I know.
he was looking up to him, because especially because he played D&D and like that was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like his buddy
No,
and like
yeah.
stuff like that. Like he related to him in a different way than Steve. Like he was another version of Steve. Like another role model. But obviously
Yeah.
Steve's that guy. But you know,
No, I mean I
Yeah.
get it, but it was just like, bro, I get you're harping on this, but like you're going really hard. Like you're going
Yeah.
like weirdly you're fanboying over him. Like I don't know why. Like you
maybe
still
it's also
have
because maybe it's because he was the only one there to see him die.
Maybe.
That's another thing too.
That
Like,
I think that
adds
probably
to it.
fucked him up the most. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah. Because he actually saw it happen.
yeah,
So
probably.
I think that adds to it. Because and on top of that, everybody like was shitting on him, and he was the only person that actually knew the truth. So I think that angered him even more. So
Definitely.
yeah,
Well, I mean, he was pissed off
This
that Steve was right. Like Steve said, don't do anything. Don't be a fucking hero. And Eddie even
Yeah.
said, dude, look at us, dude. We are not heroes. And he went back. Okay. So, Albert, answer me this because you did just watch season 4 recently. Did Eddie have to go back to fight the fucking demi-bats when they were about to go through the gate?
he went back because he was just trying to save. He was just trying to prevent them from like breaking into his house or whatever.
The mansion, right? Okay. So it wasn't
Well, no. It was like the trailer park, his house.
Right.
It was the trailer. He was trying to stop them from going into the trailer.
Oh, because they
Yeah.
would go through the fucking gate, right?
through the ceiling. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why. And he cut
Okay.
like the rope because he didn't want Dustin to come back. So the bats, I guess if the bats would have made it through, they would have been able to go through the gate. So that's why he went through. Unless they like patched up the gate.
Yeah.
So I guess yeah, kind of he had to, like he was just sacrificing, trying to save them time, or buy them some more time. But yeah.
Well, I did like whoever Dustin had like relationship. Well, the Dustin and Steve and the Dustin and Eddie relationship, those were so good to where even like Steve and Eddie had a good relationship. Like one of my more favorite scenes in season 4, I see this clip all the time on my TL, is when Eddie is just talking to Steve about like how much like Dustin like looks up to Steve and like how much he worships him, and Eddie just straight up tells him like, dude, like I'm I'm jealous of you. Like, this is crazy. Like, Dustin, this kid that looks up to me is saying all these crazy things about you, like how you're nice and obviously, good looking, and you're not a douchebag. He's like, nah, no way. Like, stereotypical, like, yeah, this is Steve Harrington,
Yeah.
but there were things in the last season that I did appreciate. Everything with Dustin and Steve was pretty good, like you said, and there were good things, but overall the expectations were not satisfied. So, but it's time we move on. I'm ready. I'm good.
This is the way.
This is the way.